True success is misunderstood. It's not fame. It's not fortune. It's not a title on your door or followers on a screen. Most people chase an image of success painted by the world, loud, shiny, and shallow, without ever asking if what they're chasing is even real. They exhaust themselves trying to arrive, only to find that the destination is empty, unstable, and temporary. But look closer. Look at the ones who stood the test of time, the ones whose names didn't just make noise, but made history. Why do some people rise quietly with no spotlight, yet leave behind legacies that echo through generations? Why do others, despite talent and effort, remain stuck, repeating the same struggles year after year? The truth is, it's not just about talent. It's not just about timing. And it's definitely not about luck. There's something more, something beneath the surface that most never talk about. A code, a foundation, a set of fundamental principles that silently shape the trajectory of every truly successful life. Think of Benjamin Franklin, who transformed himself from a runaway apprentice to one of the most respected thinkers, inventors, and leaders in American history. Or Abraham Lincoln, who suffered endless defeats, heartbreaks, and failures before becoming the face of endurance, dignity, and unshakable purpose. They didn't win because they were the loudest. They won because they were the most grounded. They didn't chase validation. They built values. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They became the moment. Now pause. Look inward. Ask yourself a hard question. Are you chasing success? Or are you becoming someone success is magnetically drawn to? That question changes the game. One path is driven by pressure, the other by purpose. One is about how things look. The other is about how things feel. And the truth is, most people are focused on outcomes, but have no anchor. They want the fruit, but ignore the roots. So really, what does success mean to you? Is it security? Is it status? Or is it something deeper? Freedom, impact, self-mastery? Because success isn't a single moment. It's a mirror. It reflects your habits, your mindset, your resilience. It reflects what you believe, how you act, and how you show up, especially when no one's watching. And here's the truth. Most people miss. Success doesn't start with results. It starts with identity. And that identity is shaped by fundamentals, concepts that don't change with trends, don't bend to pressure, and don't vanish when things get hard. If you're tired of chasing what isn't real, if you're done measuring yourself by someone else's standards, and if you're ready to build something unshakable starting from within, then this message is for you. Because success doesn't come to those who want it. It comes to those who prepare for it. And now the question becomes, are you willing to rebuild your foundation? So what are the foundations of true success? Not the surface level stuff. Not the quotes you see on social media for 5 seconds and forget in 10. I'm talking about the inner architecture, the real pillars that shape the kind of person who attracts greatness, lives with intention, and leaves behind more than just a digital footprint. Number 1, self-mastery over self-indulgence. Success begins, not with goals, but with control. Control over your emotions, control over your impulses, control over your time, your focus, your energy. Because you can have talent, you can have opportunity, but if you can't control your urges, you will sabotage yourself every time. Ask yourself honestly, what controls you more, your habits or your vision? Most people fail not because they don't know what to do, but because they let comfort decide their actions. They reach for what feels good now and ignore what leads to greatness later. But the truly successful understand this. Discipline is freedom. When you master yourself, nothing external has power over you. You're no longer a slave to distraction, to mood swings, to laziness. You become intentional. And that's when momentum begins. So, how often are you trading long-term growth for short-term comfort? Number 2, purpose over popularity. The world will always try to steer you. Your friends, your feed, even your fears. But if you don't know your why, you'll follow whatever's loudest and lose yourself in the noise. Popularity might bring attention, but only purpose brings fulfillment. You need a compass, not a crowd. You need clarity, not claps. You need direction, not distraction. Ask yourself, would I still do what I'm doing if no one applauded? If there were no spotlight, no recognition, no applause, would the fire in you still burn? If your answer is no, then your path isn't powered by purpose. It's powered by ego, and ego burns out fast. Purpose is what pulls you through the days no one sees. It's what keeps you showing up when the excitement fades. Purpose grounds you, sharpens you, and silences the noise around you. True success comes when you're willing to be misunderstood, overlooked, even doubted, because your mission matters more than your image. So, what's guiding you right now? Purpose or pressure? Because one leads to legacy, the other leads to emptiness. Number 3, action over perfection. So many people wait. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect mood. And while they wait, their potential dies. Understand this. Success doesn't reward those who are ready. It rewards those who move. Waiting creates hesitation, and hesitation kills momentum. Every second you spend overthinking is a second wasted. Not building, not growing, not progressing. Yes, you'll stumble. You'll make mistakes. But movement builds confidence. Each imperfect step creates clarity. Each failure teaches you something perfection never will. The people who win are rarely the smartest or the most prepared. They're the ones who dared to begin. You don't need all the answers. You need the courage to begin. You don't need certainty. You need consistency. Perfection is a lie. Action is the truth. And every step you take, no matter how small, separates you from the ones still sitting, still stalling, still scared. So, are you moving? Or just preparing to move? Because success doesn't wait for perfect. It rewards the bold. Number 4, long-term thinking over instant gratification. In a world obsessed with now, successful people think in decades. While others are chasing short-term highs, they're planting seeds for something bigger, something that lasts. They know that true wealth, of any kind, is built slowly, brick by brick, day by day, decision by decision. The problem is most people want results without commitment. They want the reward without the patience. But quick fixes collapse. Overnight success is usually followed by overnight stress, because it was never built to last. Ask yourself, are my daily choices serving the future I want, or just feeding the mood I'm in? That bag of fast food, that hour of scrolling, that task you keep avoiding. Every small choice shapes your future, whether you see it or not. Because everything you do is either building your future or borrowing from it. And if you keep choosing what feels good today, don't be surprised when you're empty tomorrow. So, how often do you think beyond today? Because greatness doesn't rush. It grows. Number 5, inner validation over outer approval. One of the deepest traps people fall into is needing to be seen, liked, and praised in order to feel worthy. But listen closely. Success that depends on applause is always fragile. Because the moment the claps stop, you'll stop too. The moment people unfollow, ignore, or criticize, you'll shrink, second guess, or quit. That's not power. That's imprisonment. True strength is built in silence. True confidence is born when you no longer need permission to feel powerful. When your self-worth isn't tied to likes, followers, or compliments, you become unshakable. You stop performing, you stop pretending, and you start owning your truth. You no longer fear judgment. You no longer need to prove anything. You start living for your standard, not theirs. Because when the voice inside you is louder than the noise around you, you're free. So, are you building your identity from the inside out or from the outside in? Because outer validation fades, but inner validation fuels forever. Number 6, resilience over results. Let's get real. Life will test you. There will be setbacks, delays, failures, frustrations, moments where you feel stuck, unseen, or broken. But success doesn't belong to those who never fall. It belongs to those who rise every single time. The difference between people who make it and those who don't? Resilience. The ability to keep going when your emotions scream, quit. The ability to believe again after everything falls apart. The ability to hold the vision even when nothing around you supports it. It's not how hard you hit. It's how fast you recover. It's how long you're willing to endure. Do you keep showing up after rejection? Do you keep moving forward when no one's watching? Do you still believe in yourself when everything feels uncertain? Resilience is the quiet power that says, I'm not done. It's what allows you to bend, but not break. To adapt without losing your identity. To keep the fire burning, even in the cold. So ask yourself, how easily do you give up? Because your resilience determines your reach, not your speed, not your talent, but your ability to rise again and again.